Hello and welcome. This file is called 21 Days. And if you're listening to this file right now, you should have anything between 0 and 7 strings around your ankle. And the number of strings around your ankle will be the number of orgasms you will have in the next 21 days. If you have 0 strings around your ankle right now, or more than 7, you will have no orgasms. Otherwise, you will have as many orgasms as you have strings around your ankle. And you will have fewer orgasms, but you will learn to enjoy every single one so much more. So, if you have your strings ready and you want to experience this, make sure that you won't be disturbed for the duration of this file. Get yourself into a nice and comfortable position where you can easily let go and relax. Lay back, close your eyes, focus on my voice, getting ready, and let's begin. I'd like to talk to you for a little while about the number 0. That's right. Just take a moment, clear away all the distractions in your head, and really think about 0 for a little while. It's a very unusual number when you think about it. It's actually unique. Every other number represents something, but 0 is all alone, neither positive nor negative. 0 is nothing. It's emptiness made concrete. Just thinking about 0 means you're thinking about nothing. But sometimes we need to think about nothing. That's why mathematicians invented 0, because it's important. It's a balance point that all the other numbers revolve around. Think for a moment about a graph. The lines stretch up and down, left and right, all the way out of sight to infinity. But right there, right in the center, they converge at 0. Right at the center, where your eyes are drawn by the crossing lines, all of the positive numbers and all of the negative numbers are drawn down, 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 down to 0. A bit like your eyes, really, when you look at the graph, drawn down to 0. And even the number itself is special. It's a perfect circle, a single line looping around and around and around, endlessly circling the blank, white emptiness in the middle. No matter how many times you follow the circle around and around and around, you can never get away from that blankness. 0 contains nothing inside it, just like it is nothing itself. That's why so many hypnotists use 0 in their hypnotic inductions, because they understand that 0 is special. 0 is magical. When a hypnotist wants to hypnotize someone really, really deeply, they count down to 0, knowing that the special qualities of 0 will help them hypnotize someone. So they count down 3, 2, 1, 0, and the person becomes entranced because they're thinking about 0 and letting it draw their mind into that special white nothing at its heart, looping around and around and lost in the blankness, thinking about 0 until their whole mind becomes empty like 0. And when hypnotists count down like that, you know that they're getting closer and closer to 0. And even the anticipation of reaching that special, magical number helps to sedate your mind and gets you ready for deep trance. Hypnotists know that too. They use a longer countdown sometimes to give you more time to anticipate trance, more time to still your mind as it gets ready to hear the number 0 and sink into deep trance. You hear 5, 4, and even before the hypnotist can say it, you already know that the next number will be 3. And you know that inevitably, inexorably, you'll proceed down to 2. And there's a certainty to that fall that descends down to 1. And then, waiting at the very bottom, that blankness that is waiting for your mind, and you've known it all along. You've just been waiting to hear 0. And then you're there, within that emptiness, your mind still and calm and quiet as you hear 0. You know that 0 is nothing, and you're thinking about nothing. It's like your mind has become 0, a perfect stillness that everything else converges on. All your thoughts are drawn down to 0. All your mind is drawn down to 0. Everything flows down to 0 now, leaving you blank and empty and relaxed. And you can only imagine how deeply you'd relax when you hear a full hypnotic countdown, how powerful that would act to blank out your mind and your will and your thoughts if you spend even longer anticipating that magical, mind-emptying 0. You'd hear 10, and as soon as you did, you'd know I was hypnotizing you, and you'd already be thinking about trance as you heard me say 9, because you know what hearing those numbers does to your mind as you hear me count down and down and down to 8, and you are already anticipating that magical moment when your thoughts just empty out completely, the thoughts tied to the numbers as the numbers descend to 7, so your mind descends too, knowing now that every number takes you closer and closer to trance, so inescapable, so inevitable, because you hear 5, and you know the numbers just keep dropping, going down, and you can't fight it. It's just natural to proceed downwards to 4, just as natural as it is to sink into deep trance. Your mind already oriented in that direction, already looking ahead to the soft, placid feeling of deep hypnosis. And you see it approach closer as I say 3. And you already know what number I'm heading to as I count. It's already in your mind as I get closer to it with 2. And because it's such a magical number that empties out all your thoughts and leaves you helplessly hypnotized and totally blank and empty, thinking about it makes it hard to think about anything else. And although you hear me say 1, you're already stuck helplessly, thinking about what I'm going to say next, knowing it's going to make your mind so soft and blank and deeply hypnotized, knowing it's going to feel so good to relax your mind so completely when you hear that magical, hypnotic, powerful 0. And you're relaxed now, hearing the number 0, because the number 0 is relaxing. Every time you hear 0, you think of nothing, which means that every time you hear 0, nothing is in your mind. Every time you hear 0, your thoughts turn to nothing, thoughts dwindling down to nothing, as they turn to nothing as you hear 0 again. And every time you try to think, every time your thoughts start to multiply, they multiply by 0, and anything multiplied by 0 is 0, so it's impossible to think when you hear 0, so it's impossible for you to think when I say 0. I say 0, and you have just 0 thoughts, and your mind is empty, and maybe you think it can't get any emptier, but that's the thought right there, so there must be another 0 hidden beneath that 0. So even though I've counted down to 0 before, I can count down to 0 again, and you will think even deeper, go even more blank, become even more thoughtless and mindless and empty as I count from 10. And when you hear 10, you realize that it's the 1 next to a 0, and even the beginning of the descent anticipates the end, just like you're already anticipating the deeper trance to come. 9. And you're picturing the center of the graph, drawing in your eyes and your thoughts. 8. Finding it hard to even think of the numbers I'm counting, because all you can think of is the 1 I'm counting to. 7. Those last tiny thoughts circling around and around your head, spiraling down to nothing as I count down. 6. So nice to be still and blank, and even nicer to know that you can go deeper, that you will go deeper as you hear 5. Thoughts so far away now, as you relax into the quiet and listen to my voice. 4. And you can see how close you're starting to get to the next plateau of trance, descending down to a deeper level of hypnosis as you hear me say 3. Mind and body relax, and letting my voice fill your empty mind. 2. And the descent never stops, because when you hear me count down to 1, you can't help but think of the next number, and we both know that number has the power to blank out your mind, the magical power that you can't resist whenever you hear 0, and you go so still now, so blank and empty, the word 0 and the number 0 making your thoughts 0. Impossible to have thoughts of your own now, and the magic of 0 has blanked out your mind completely, made it totally empty. And as you drift along in deep, thoughtless bliss, imagine yourself lying on an air mattress, floating on a deep mountain lake. Although the sun shines down on you, there's a slight breeze, making the temperature just perfect. As you drift along, free from all responsibilities, you notice that my voice reaches you from below. Your body is totally comfortable and safe, and so you let the focus of your attention slowly drift out of your body and sink into the water. As you begin to drift down, you see the air mattress with your body lying comfortably in the warm sun above you. You drift deeper and deeper, slowly moving further and further away from your body and your conscious mind. As you sink down, the colors start to fade away as the light gets dimmer. You drift down, 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 down into tranquil nothingness as your surroundings grow darker and darker. When you look up, you see the dim, silvery light dancing beneath the distortion of the surface. You sink away from your body, down into deep, dark emptiness. The only stimuli you can still perceive beside my voice are the dim grayness above you, which slowly grows darker and darker as you drift down further and further, and the feeling of your steady descent, of sinking down deeper and deeper. The last shimmer of light from the surface fades into black, and you are surrounded by deep, dark, and silent emptiness. And before you reach the bottom of the lake, I softly stop your descent so you can float weightlessly in this deep, serene darkness. As the feeling of sinking fades away, my voice becomes your only stimulus. Nothing exists, only my voice. And now imagine that I use a heavy, weighted, warm, soft blanket and pull it over your body. I pull it over your feet, and maybe you can already feel how your feet become warm. All the muscles in your feet relax as this heavy, warm, soft blanket is pulled over your feet. All the muscles relaxing, and I slowly pull the blanket up your body, up over your lower legs, and your lower legs become relaxed, feeling heavy and warm. It feels so relaxing under the blanket. It's so warm and heavy, makes you feel so safe and protected. As I slowly pull it up further and further, reaching your knees, your lower legs, feet, toes, so completely relaxed, feeling so heavy and warm as you relax deeper and deeper, letting go more and more, turning off your entire body. And I pull the blanket up further over your upper legs, relaxing more and more of you. Your legs and feet feel so warm, so heavy, so comfortable, so incredibly relaxed, letting go more and more, relaxing you deeper and deeper. And I reach your waist, your entire legs and feet completely relaxed, all the muscles just loose and limp, feeling relaxed, feeling wonderful. I pull the blanket up further and further, up over your stomach, and your stomach and lower back relax completely, all the muscles letting go, and the blanket is so warm, so soft, so heavy. You feel so safe under the blanket, safe and protected. And because you feel so safe and protected and snug under this blanket, you can easily relax yourself even more as I pull the blanket over your chest. Maybe you notice that your breathing becomes even more relaxed, and with each breath in, you can breathe in a little bit more relaxation, and with each breath out, you can just fall a little bit deeper into this nice, comfortable, and wonderful trance. Enjoy this feeling just a little bit more, relaxing more. And I spread the blanket out over your arms, your upper arms, your elbows, your lower arms, wrists, hands, and all your fingers. Just relax. This blanket is so warm, so heavy, so soft. You feel so wonderful under this blanket, letting yourself fall deeper and deeper into this wonderful trance, relaxing more and more. And I pull the blanket up to your neck, your whole body below your neck, completely relaxed, so warm, so soft, so relaxed, feeling so wonderful, relaxing more and more, just fading away. You feel so comfortable, so perfect, just lying here completely still, feeling so relaxed and good. And now I will count down from 10 to 0, and when I reach 1, I will pull the blanket over your head, and you know you're completely safe. You can easily breathe with a blanket over your head. You can breathe easily, normally, and you're completely safe. And you can relax your mind just as deep as you relaxed your body. 10, letting go more and more. 9, the deeper you go, the better you feel. The better you feel, the deeper you relax. 8, fading away more and more with each and every number. 7, nothing you have to do, just relax. 6, going deeper and deeper, letting go completely. 5, breathing in a little bit more relaxation with every breath, falling a little bit deeper with every breath out. 4, and with each word I say, you relax more and more. 3, feeling so warm, so heavy, so safe and protected under the blanket, just letting go with each and every word more and more. And 3, letting go, fading away, enjoying the state more and more, feeling warm and comfortable. 2, so safe, so warm, so heavy, tired and relaxed, so comfortable under this blanket. And 1, I pull the blanket over your head. You feel your face relaxing completely, all the muscles in your face, your mouth, your tongue around your eyes letting go, and you feel your mind letting go as well. and 0. Just letting go, fading away to sleep, letting go and feeling so wonderful, only listening to my voice and enjoying this wonderful feeling of deep trance. And now that you are so deep, so relaxed, just drifting along in a deep, peaceful trance, focused only on my voice, we are going to limit your orgasms for the next 21 days. That's right. Right now you are wearing up to 7 strings around your ankle. And the number of strings around your ankle will be the number of orgasms you can have within the next 21 days. And if you are wearing no strings at all, or more than 7 strings, it will just be impossible for you to have an orgasm for the next 21 days. That's right. If you are wearing no strings right now, or wearing more than 7 strings, you will have 0 orgasms in the next 21 days. Because after listening to this file, you will find it is impossible for you to achieve an orgasm within the next 21 days without cutting a string before. That's right. Whenever you cut a string, you can achieve an orgasm, be it through masturbation or be it through sex. But without cutting the string, you will find it's impossible to have an orgasm. Because whatever you do and however you are stimulated, you will find it always feels as if you're almost there, but you will never reach the orgasm threshold. Just like there's a clear rubber wall holding you back, and the more you push against it, the stronger it pushes back, and you know it's impossible to push it far enough, and yet it will be tempting. You might masturbate, you might have sex without cutting a string, and you might try to achieve an orgasm. You will find that you can get very close, but the closer you get, the more you have to push against it, the stronger you have to push against the rubber wall, keeping you away from the orgasm. And as you get closer, you have to push stronger, exponentially stronger, knowing purely on a logical base that it will be impossible for you to achieve the orgasm, and yet it will be tantalizing close. It will tease you, even though you perfectly well know that it will be impossible for you to achieve an orgasm. You can try as hard as you like, but you will find it will be impossible. The only way for you to have an orgasm within the next 21 days is to cut a string. And after you cut a string, the next time you masturbate or have sex, it will be possible for you to achieve an orgasm completely normally, like you always do. That's right. When you cut a string, the next time you have sex or masturbate or stimulate yourself in any other way, you can have an orgasm without any problems. You can just have an orgasm like you normally do. And to make it even more comfortable for you, you can cut the string as early as you want. After you cut the string, the next time you stimulate yourself or have sex, you can achieve an orgasm. If you stop the sex or the stimulation before achieving an orgasm, your string will be gone and you will have wasted it. That is up to you, but it will be possible for the next time you stimulate yourself. And you might want to cut the string early because you want to have sex and don't want your partner to know about the strings. That is okay too. It's just important that you didn't stimulate yourself in any other way before having sex, because should you masturbate in the meantime, you have used up the string, no matter if you achieve an orgasm or not. That's right. And now, let's talk about what will happen if you try to have an orgasm without cutting a string. First of all, you will feel the rubber wall the clear rubber wall pushing back against you, keeping you off the edge. And the stronger you push against the rubber wall, the stronger it will push back, holding you back. And you know the force you need to push it further will grow exponentially the closer you are, making it completely impossible to achieve an orgasm. That's right. And should you ever attempt to bring yourself to an orgasm by massive stimulation, you will find that you will feel guilty, you will be distracted, you will think about the strings, you will think about the fact that you are trying to cheat the strings, that you are trying to steal an orgasm. And those thoughts, this uncertainty, will distract you, will keep you off balance, will make it impossible to have an orgasm. And if you really try to move on, still moving on, trying to push yourself to an orgasm with massive stimulation, you will find that you are getting completely overstimulated very quickly. That's right. Maybe you are masturbating furiously, maybe you masturbate furiously, maybe you're using some kind of toys, something that can stimulate you enough to achieve an orgasm anyway. Even with the distractions in your mind, you will find that you're just getting overstimulated. It gets really uncomfortable, a mix of pleasure and really uncomfortable sensations, and it will still be impossible to achieve an orgasm. That's right, at least impossible to achieve a meaningful orgasm. You might be able to achieve a ruined orgasm, the kind of orgasm that just marks the end of your stimulation, the kind of orgasm that is really frustrating, that will never satisfy you, because you know you can only have a satisfying orgasm if you cut a string before you stimulate yourself. That's right, you have decided to listen to this file. You have decided on the number of strings around your ankle, and with the number of strings you have decided of how many orgasms you want to have in the next 21 days, and it will just be impossible to have any more orgasm than you have strings. That's right. You will have only as many orgasms as you have strings. In the next 21 days, you need a string in order to have an orgasm, and it will be impossible to have an orgasm any other way. And you can masturbate or have sex all you like. You will find the rubber wall is holding you back from an orgasm. You can just tease yourself, stimulate yourself, make yourself hotter, arouse yourself even more, and it will be impossible to have an orgasm. And if you try to push yourself to an orgasm anyway, you will feel the guilt, you will feel the thoughts about stealing an orgasm, invading your mind, distracting you, keeping you off balance, making it impossible to achieve an orgasm. And if you ever try to achieve an orgasm by massive stimulation, by using any toys, or by masturbating furiously, you will find that you quickly become overstimulated. That's right, it will feel really uncomfortable, and the overstimulation will make it completely impossible to achieve a meaningful, satisfying orgasm. The best thing you can hope for is a bad orgasm, a ruined orgasm, a pleasureless orgasm, something that will never satisfy you, something that only marks the end of your masturbation or the end of your sex, but you will be completely frustrated, even more frustrated than before. These kinds of orgasm will never give you any satisfaction at all. As a matter of fact, they just make you even more unsatisfied, even more frustrated, feeling really bad. That's right. And what's even worse, you can't even have a real orgasm afterward because you're so overstimulated, even if you were to cut a string. No, you will have to wait. You will have to wait and experience the frustration. So if you're smart, you don't even try to have an orgasm. without cutting a string, because you know for the next 21 days you have to cut a string if you want to have an orgasm. And if you cut a string, if you have an orgasm this way, you will find that they will become even better than usual. First of all, you have limited your orgasms, and that makes your orgasms something special, something very special, something you want to celebrate. That's right. Think about the number of strings you have around your ankle. That's the number of orgasms you will have in the next 21 days. And you don't want to waste them. You want to celebrate them. You want to enjoy every single one of them. That's right. Instead of the unlimited supply of orgasms you had before, now you have to save your orgasms. You have to really enjoy them, celebrate them, and they will mean much, much more to you. They will be much more intense. They will be much more meaningful. That's right. You will really enjoy them. And having waited for an orgasm a while, you will find that they will be really enjoyable, really intense, really good. You will learn to value every orgasm much more than you do right now. Every orgasm will become something very special, something you really enjoy, something you really celebrate. And to make it even better, I give you the suggestion that whenever you cut a string, all the pleasure you feel will become more intense, will feel better than ever before. You will feel more pleasure, more lust, more enjoyment, and you will have a wonderful orgasm every time you use up a string. The orgasms will be really spectacular. They will be the best orgasms you ever had. Really wonderful, mind-blowing, intensive orgasms, because you waited for your orgasm. You had to wait for your orgasm. You built up pleasure for your orgasm, and then you celebrated it. And then you will have an amazing, mind-blowing, intensive orgasm. It will feel absolutely amazing, absolutely wonderful. And you might have fewer orgasms during the next 21 days, but the quality of the individual orgasm will make up for it, will more than make up for it, because every one of the orgasms will be really special, will be really amazing, will be absolutely mind-blowing. That's right. And now that you still listen to my voice, now you're looking forward to 21 days in which you will experience your lust, your pleasure, your sexuality in a whole new way, a whole new quality of arousal, a whole new quality of orgasms. Now it's time to wake you back up again. I will count up from 1 to 10, and when I reach 10, you will be wide awake, alert, awake, aware, feeling refreshed and wonderful. Now let's get ready. 0. Allow all my suggestions to sink deeper into your mind, inscribe themselves permanently onto your mind, and affect you deeply and completely for the next 21 days. And when I count up, with every number, all my suggestions will become twice as strong as you wake up. 1. And you slowly come back. 2. Slowly waking up more and more. 3. Becoming more alert. 4. More aware of your room, aware of yourself. 5. Halfway there, already so alert, awake, aware. 6. As you wake up more and more, completely coming back. And 7. Your pulse, your breathing, your blood pressure, everything normalizes. And 8. Take a deep breath in with me now. And let it out. And wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, completely waking up. And 9. Stretch yourself, really stretch yourself, completely waking up, enjoying this wonderful feeling of trance for just a moment longer. And with the next number, you will be wide awake, alert, awake, aware, feeling refreshed and wonderful. And 10. Wide awake, alert, awake, aware. welcome back. As usual, I appreciate all kinds of feedback, thoughts, suggestions, comments, whatever comes to mind. Feel free to write a comment for this file or contact me via my site. Thank you for listening and goodbye.